Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of, this camera isn't on, so let's turn that on. But for the week of September 23rd, you have this Treasure Island card. It says flexible, or you have this flexible card in this Treasure Island card. So the Treasure Island card is about, it basically represents as above, so below. So it's a card of manifesting or manifesting things that you want. You are an Aquarius, so being flexible, of course, is kind of like a little bit of a secret for you over the next several years at least. I would say really almost 10 years, so until like 2033. I would say that, just kind of not staying too stuck on how you accomplish the things that you accomplish is going to be very important. It's important for all the fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, right here, that, again, how you think things are going to go, or it's probably not going to go that way. Like anything that you're working on, your projects, businesses, love life, spirituality. But again, this is not a bad thing. This is a good thing. It's making you more flexible. It's making you able to accomplish more than you even thought possible, especially with the star card here. And, it's just teaching you new ways of doing things. So I would just stay flexible. You have the Six of Cups here. The Six of Cups, I do feel there could be like a little bit of a reminiscing energy going on for you right now, where you could be thinking about the way things used to be. I say this all the time to Leo, your opposite sign. And, again, I would just be careful of getting stuck in that energy, like thinking, oh, things used to be easier, or, I used to be able to do my work this way, and it used to work, and I can't do it like that any longer. So I really feel the Six of Cups, especially for you and Leo. And again, I know a lot of Aquariuses have Leo in their chart. So if you have important, important placements in Leo, then I would say this is extra true for you, but I think it's true for all of you. Just realizing that things are changing is really what I feel the Six of Cups is talking about. You have a little bit of love here. I mean, you have divine counterpart. You have Emperor and the Empress showing up here. So if you want love, this could also be love coming in for you. Although, again, not really a love reading yet. We'll see what comes up. You have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is like doing things the hard way, and I think that's the trick for you as well, is that the old way is probably the hard way. It's like things are easier nowadays, and it might not seem like it, but it really is. I always like to remind people of like YouTube, right? It's like 10 years ago that what I do here was not possible. There would be no way that I would be able to read for almost 1 million people, right? It'd be totally impossible practically 10 years ago today. But now it's totally possible. So there's like way more things possible. I think about publishing books as well. You don't even need a publisher anymore, right? You can just publish your book on Amazon. So again, it's like things are kind of easier. And I feel that the Ten of Wands is saying, like, are there any easier ways for you to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish? Or there might be. It's like you might think that there are certain blockages, but if you back up and look at the big picture, which is what the star is saying at the end of your reading, I can feel it right now, then you will find a way to have success. He's only looking at things from a very limited perspective. Those 10 wands are in front of his face, and they are preventing him from kind of seeing the big picture. He can't see how close he is to his goal. And I kind of get the feeling from this reading that that's what it's saying. It's saying you're actually very close to getting whatever it is that you want, but you just have to kind of like, zoom out and look at the big picture, because you'll probably discover that there's a way to get what you want, but just different than you think. Like I said, it's like maybe, just to use tarot as an example, it's like if you're reading tarot locally, but you start reading on YouTube, you're expanding your audience. And again, that's just an example. I'm not saying you have to read tarot, obviously, but it's like whatever you do day to day, I think there's a better way to do it. And that's what the Ten of Wands is saying. You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is being busy, doing a lot. I do feel you're busy. I feel like I said this to you in your eclipse reading and also your September bonus reading as well. I'm pretty sure it came up that you have just a lot going on. I kind of feel, I really don't feel anything. I feel nothing. Here, Aquarius. I am an Aquarius rising. I am heartless. But so what I would say here is, I feel that you're just busy, and that's it. I guess the good news is that I think if you're doing a lot, if you're running around and kind of putting a lot of pieces together in your life, I do kind of see you getting a break here as well. You have the Hangman, which could be you putting yourself in Hangman mode, but sometimes we put ourselves in Hangman mode for a good reason. With the Six of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups. Definitely could be a love offer coming in for some of you. Could be any sign. You have all the fixed signs, Capricorn, water signs, another Aquarius, Taurus, Aries. It could be any sign, but definitely could be a love offer. With the Ten of Wands, you have the King of Cups. See, this would be about, you have the King of Cups twice, and it could be a water sign, but this would really be, especially with that Ace of Cups as well, this would be about tapping into your emotions. I'm doing this video the day after the Pisces eclipse that we just had on the 17th, and so this video will be out on the 19th for you. And, what I would say is that Pisces eclipse is all about tapping into your emotions and seeing how you feel about the work that you're doing. And again, even if you're retired, you're still working on things in your life. So this could be like personal things, personal development, personal projects, home projects, whatever it is, doesn't really matter. But the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups, I feel saying that, like, are you in the flow? I meant to say the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is overflowing. So how can you create more flow in your life? And that's what I would focus on. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Like, if there is something that you're going back and forth on, it's so weird that I literally feel nothing on that Two of Pentacles. And normally I feel something on every single card in a reading, but it's like it's not speaking to me. And I just say how I feel. So that's actually how I feel. It's not speaking to me. It's not saying anything to me. But what I would say is that if you are going back and forth on making a decision, the Knight of Pentacles kind of says that you know everything that you're going to know. It basically says you might as well take action on something that you're going back and forth on, because that's the answer. You always get the Seven of Cups with me, and I feel like I always say this to you as well. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Prepare card and this Compassion card. This could be saying that, what's coming in for you is compassion, or you need to prepare to enter into a more compassionate time. I do feel that you could be feeling the world because you have the World card. And sometimes with the World card, I feel that we are feeling, the energy of the world, everything that's going on around us. I do think that especially with election season coming up, people get a little bit crazy, right? So this could say, have compassion, realize that people are going nuts, and that's it. I like over the past 4 years or so, I've really been working on just letting people off the hook, especially on the road, right? I don't know if you've noticed, but people are crazy on the roads, right? Instead of freaking out, getting into a road rage incident, whatever, just letting people off the hook, having compassion is a good thing, and I'm sure you've all seen, I don't know about anyone else, but it's every time I go to the store now, there's some Karen freaking out about something, and, it's just letting people off the hook is what I feel like that's saying. You have the World, the Hangman, and the Three of Wands. The World, like I said, I get that feeling, and sorry, this is not right. The World could be about you feeling the world, and there are a lot of feelings with the King of Cups in this reading, and also the Ace of Cups as well. So I feel the World could be saying that it would be a good time for you to tap into your emotions and see, are you doing things that are really emotionally fulfilling, or are you emotionally fulfilled? And are there things that you could do to make yourself feel more emotionally fulfilled? Those are the questions I would ask myself if I were you. This could also represent an accomplishment. Again, really good reading. So, I feel that you could be accomplishing a lot, especially if you're busy and doing a lot of work. But on top of all that, I would make sure to protect yourself from the feelings of the world. Again, something that I've practiced also forever is whenever I feel something, I ask myself, is this me? Because a lot of the times, the things that we're feeling might not be us. It might be something else. And just calling it out could correct the emotion or whatever you're feeling. You have the Hangman. I do feel like you are receiving some answers this week. You have this and the Star. They're both cards of enlightenment. His head is glowing on the Hangman. He's put himself on pause, and maybe you have put yourself on pause for a little bit of time to decide how you feel about something. It kind of looks like a decision that you're going to be making, and the Hangman could just be saying that now you are receiving the answers on some sort of decision or choice that you're trying to make with that Two of Pentacles. And that's really all I feel here with the Hangman. You have the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands says, "What are you waiting for?" I feel like I say that to you every single reading as well. Maybe not every single reading, but I've said it to you a bunch probably. And the Hangman just says that you're looking at something that could be an adventure, especially with the World card, and you need to go on that adventure. For some of you, I feel it could be love. For others, I feel that it has to do with a change in your abundance in general. We go Seven of Pentacles to the Empress. So again, I feel that the whole entire reading, on a simple level, is saying that, are you doing things in a way that creates more flow? Seven of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? He's looking at the work that he's doing, and he is just saying, did I do my work in the best way possible, or is there a better way to do it that will create more flow? And that's what I think you need to look at. With the world, you have the Knight of Wands. Like, part of being flexible is also being willing to go on an adventure. The Knight of Wands is very adventurous. He says that variety is a spice of life. He's willing to go have new experiences. I feel like I've said this to you before as well, Aquarius, that again, a lot of you could be having new experiences or going on adventures. I do see that some of you over the next few years could even be moving to just kind of like spice up your life, just to change your environment. And I feel if you are thinking about doing that, even if it takes a few years, it would be a good idea for you. With the Hangman, you have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I mean, if you are attracting love, divine counterparts again, it could be like a very strong emotional connection. I do like the King and Queen of Cups together because they kind of like feed into each other. If we're talking about high vibration versions of these two, they are both very emotionally mature. So if you're looking for love, then you could be attracting an emotionally mature person. With the Three of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Definitely something new with your money coming up here. I don't even think that you necessarily like have to go get a new job, but there could be a new offer or a new offer for a promotion. I feel like I said this to you in your last reading as well. So definitely a time for you to like get a promotion. And again, sometimes this isn't going to magically happen. So if you want a raise or a promotion, I would ask, right? Just because this could be an opportunity that's being presented to you, it's like you might have to also ask for it. I always say, squeaky wheel gets a grease with the Ace of Pentacles. If we put energy in to make this happen, then we will get a better result. And it does look to me like you are discovering, like I said, a better way to do things, a better way to create your abundance, or an easier way to create your abundance. Like I gave you the example of YouTube, but it could be anything that you're doing, and I would pay attention to that. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this misdirection, this crocodile, skink, and mantis card. It says misdirection, boundaries, and vocalization. You have this donkey. It says patience, humility, and sacrifice. I feel like you have been very patient. Definitely a good time for boundaries. We said this with the world card. If you are feeling any energies of the world, it might be a good time for you to, kind of do more like self-improvement work. I mean, you have the Empress here as well. And the Empress says that you need to practice self-care, or that you need to practice healing yourself and taking care of yourself, all that other good stuff. But I do feel like you have been patient. You have the King of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Definitely could be an Emperor coming in for you. Could be a water sign. Could be any sign. Could just be an emotionally mature person. He also has this boat here, and the boat on the King of Cups represents something very specific. It represents a time where our ancestors would like get on boats and they wouldn't know where they were going. So just like Leo, I think that all your opportunities are going to be on the other side of something that you've never done before. And so a lot of you could be like changing the way that you work. You could be just changing your environment, changing your world in some way. And I feel that would be very good for you. So I would, do it. You have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you need to look at the results that you are getting. You have the Star, and the Star is your card, which is great. But the Star is about like getting a bird's eye view of your life and, looking at it from the top down and saying to yourself, do I have everything? Do I have everything I want? Or, am I getting the things that I desire in life? Or, do I need to make a change, or do I need to do things to get what I want? It's, especially like I would be careful of waiting with this reading. Three of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. It's like you can wait until the cows come home. But if you wait, then nothing is going to happen. I really encourage people to take action in life because, tarot isn't magic, can't do anything for you. And, usually things don't just magically happen. So I think that the Seven of Pentacles is saying take stock, take inventory of everything that you have. And do you have the things, or have you had the experiences that you desire? And if the answer is no, I feel there are some kind of like simple changes that could bring you to where you want to go. So I would make those changes. You have the Emperor. Definitely could be attracting an Emperor. Could be an Aries for sure. Could be a person with a lot of Aries in their chart or something as well. But I do feel like this is a bossed up individual that you are attracting. I feel like this is two people who are kind of bossed up. So, if you're looking for love, it's like you're bossed up, they're bossed up, and in control. With the King of Cups, yes, you have the Nine of Pentacles. It's funny I said the thing about your environment. I was getting something about changing your environment. And the Nine of Pentacles is the card of your environment, meaning the energy around you. There's this little snail right here. And the snail wears its home on its back. And so the snail is all about your environment. Nine of Pentacles is about curating your environment, like making sure that the things that are in your life are in alignment with what you want. And it sounds simple, but again, I believe that if you surround yourself with better stuff, then you're going to attract a better life. And this isn't about materialism. This is more about everything. The things that you feed your head, the things that you listen to on the radio, the things that are literally around you, having a clean environment as well. And I would pay attention to that with the Nine of Pentacles. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. We are in a bold, assertive time. That's why I encourage people to take action on the things that they want and desire, because definitely nothing is just going to magically happen right now. And what I would say with the Queen of Wands is it's time to take action. I feel like I've said this to you before as well, Aquarius, but I could be wrong. But I do feel that you could have people in your life that are calling you crazy or that are like, what the hell are you doing with your life? Especially if you're making a big change or if you're thinking about making a big change. But, the thing about the Queen of Wands is that she trusts her desire. She has that sunflower, and the sunflower points towards the sun, and it's guiding her. So she trusts her inner guidance, and she does things without worrying about what people will think. So, again, I think you need to do that. With the Emperor, you have the Nine of Swords. It's like I get this feeling like I'm going to miss out on something, right? You have the Three of Wands, which says, what are you waiting for? Then you have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords could also be fearing repeating a cycle. So for those of you that are dating, like if you're dating a person, you could be fearing that you're going to repeat a cycle with a person. And, there's like two ways you can go with this. Number one, again, if you're not ready and you're not healed, then this would say make sure that you take some time to heal whatever you need to heal in relationships. If you are ready, I feel like this is a worry. It's just a worry that you're having, that you're going to repeat a cycle with a person, but I don't think it's true. So I would let go of the fears. You have three cards at the end here. You have this Horse Spirit. It says freedom is yours, so love it. The Horse Spirit is all about building momentum as well. You have this Cow Spirit. It says miracles are endless. You have this Dragonfly. It says truth transcends illusion. And so a lot of you just need to accept the truth is what I feel like this is saying. Because the truth is that, the world has changed. And I feel that embracing that truth will bring in the miracles. And, that's what I would focus on with that energy. You have the Empress, the Star, and the Four Swords. Again, of course, we have the Emperor and the Empress, divine counterparts. The Empress is about creating a better flow. Again, Leo gets this as well. It's like instead of doing things the hard way, is there a more efficient or better way to do your work, especially for those of you that have work or business, but this goes for everything in your life. Is there a better way? And like I said, I don't know all of you, so without knowing you, I can't answer that question for you. You have to do your research, but again, that's what I would do with the Empress, is look for better ways of doing things. You have the Star card, and the Star is your card, puts you in a position of power and strength. The Star, I really feel that the Star in your reading is saying that it's time for you to get the big picture. It's time for you to kind of like zoom out and see everything in your life and, really examine it. And the Star pretty much says that, if someone has had something, then you can have it as well. She's pouring this water right here onto the world, onto the earth, and that water comes from the pool of universal consciousness, and it's flowing out into the world. And it just says that what's possible for one person is possible for everyone. So I feel like you need to believe that something is possible for you. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, I do feel that some of you are getting a break. I just feel like you've had a lot going on with that Two of Pentacles, just, random everyday activities. Maybe you've been planning for something, I feel, with the Two of Pentacles. It's taken up a lot of time. And I feel like you're getting to a place where you're going to be able to rest, relax, recover. The Empress says, practice self-care, of course. With the Empress, you have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, quick success coming in for you. More flow. The Eight of Wands is my card of creating a slip and slide in your life. It basically says remove as much friction as you possibly can. If there are things that cause friction in your life, how can you change them? How can you transform them? Or how can you turn them into something else, right? And that's what I would practice with the Eight of Wands. With the Star, you have the Four of Wands. Yeah, if you're hoping or wishing to get married, or if you're hoping for freedom, you have that freedom is yours card, and the Four of Wands is freedom. So a lot of you could be creating just more freedom in your life. With the Four of Swords, you have the Three of Swords. Yes, like I said, I feel, it's coming up in the good stuff. So this is good, but like I said, I feel that if you're not fully healed from a past connection or something, I would make sure that you heal. But, again, it's coming up in the good stuff, which kind of would say you are healing. You have this cup card. It says you should accept valid criticism. I think we're in like a little bit of a time of criticism. But I would be careful of like what criticisms you are accepting. You have this ring card. It says a marriage will take place either in romance or business, probably both for some of you. You have the Four of Wands, which is marriage. But if you want love, really good love stuff coming up here. And if you're committing to a new Ace of Pentacles, like a new opportunity, I feel that will be good for you as well. You have this chain card. It says chain of events that will affect your life. Yeah, I really feel like your world is changing is the best way to describe this reading. Maybe a better way to say would be that you are changing your world, right? The world that you live in. And, this could be as big or small as you want to make it. And, it could just be your environment, like your home. But some of you could be, Pluto is moving into Aquarius in November. So some of you literally could change the world over the next 20 years. And, that's what I would focus on. You have the crown card. It says honor and respect will come to you. I feel that a lot of you, not really a glow up reading, although you do have the Empress with the star, which is kind of like a glow up. But, if you're trying to become an authority figure, if you're trying to get into a leadership position, really good. You have this whale. It says, great worry over nothing. That Nine of Swords, that's exactly what I felt with the Nine of Swords, that you are worrying about something that isn't going to happen, so let those fears go. But this is one heck of a reading, Aquarius. I like it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.